Oh, it's a big question. So, first of all, I came when I was 8 years old, because I used to sing in a children's chorus, and I came to sing on a tour with my choir. But it was a long time ago, so it was probably totally different country, and so it was my only one time in Poland before I came last year just to meet the choir, and the choir was in this process of recruitment of an artistic director, and so I had this occasion to work with the choir. It was in this weird period of COVID, so it was not the best period for the choir. For me, it was complicated to travel, complicated to organize things, and we had to cancel twice before we were able to do the concert. But it was, I think, for me, it was a great meeting, and I was just impressed with the choir, the quality, the spirit of the singers, and afterward we discussed, and I thought, for me, it's so interesting to come here because the choir, I really enjoyed my work with this choir, because I think the singers are really involved in the work. They have a good spirit, good mindset. They really want to do their best all the time, and it's really impressive, I think. And I thought they are very good singers, and probably I have something to bring to them, something to share with them. So that's the main reason. And then I thought this institution is really intriguing, because it's a huge, the building is huge, the project is huge as well. And to see, when I came, it was closed due to the COVID, but there were artworks in the hallways. It was such an atmosphere, a really beautiful atmosphere. And I thought this is a big project. Probably, I hope I will have something to bring and to share in the collaboration with the institution. So that's it. And about the Polish culture, I don't know it very well for now. I have a lot to discover. But I think it's a rich tradition, and for choral singing as well, with the repertoire, with sacred music. And I have to explore the recent history, because I think it's interesting to see the place of the sacred music in this country. It's very special, something very special, linked with the politics, linked with a lot of things. But I think it's really interesting with this historical point of view. And yes, this choir just sing a lot of main repertoire, main a cappella repertoire, ancient music, symphonic works. So this is this diversity as well is very motivating for me, to be able to just perform ancient music, a cappella repertoire, to prepare the choir for symphonic works. This is what I want really to do, and to discover what I can find in this specific culture. I listened recently, a lot of Polish music, and I try to just to figure out what I can do with my culture, my tradition, and what I can link between those two traditions. So this one is the first normal week, because when I came it was a strange atmosphere in the town, and the concert with the distances, with masks, so everything was a little bit weird, but like in other countries. So it's my first normal week, but I had the occasion to collaborate with the choir this summer as well in France, and it was our second time. So now I think I begin to know them a little bit more, and I'm very happy in the work. I'm very happy with the way just we rehearse together and we try to build things together. yes, what I want to do with them is just to a strong collaboration, you know, to make them feel responsible for the result, and I am responsible at the end. I am responsible, but I want everybody to feel on the same boat and to feel that we build together, we work together, and yes, and I think for now the atmosphere is very good and the collaboration is really thrilling for me. I hope for the singers as well. I think there is something common between the two countries for singing. It's probably singers are very skilled, you know, they have strong individualities, so we have to build always the group, to make the group stronger than the persons. But that's a richness, I think, you know, because the quality of each voice is like the basis of our work, and then we work together to create this collective sound. And if the voices are great, the collective sound can be great. So, and I think it's a little bit the same in France. Now, the mindset about the work is a little bit different. I think here we work much more, and that's a good thing, probably. So even the duration of rehearsals, everything is more here. But I think, yes, it's close in the spirit, yes, from France, I think. Yeah, we have several programs. One of them will be a piece of Reinecke, a romantic German composer, Die wilden Schwäne. It's a tale. It's a tale. So I wanted to make this concert for families, you know, for all audiences, but mainly for children and families. So it's wonderful work. It's very rarely performed. For female choir, piano, two horns, cello, and a quartet, a solo quartet. And it's basically the tale of those enchanted swans, and I think it will be beautiful for the audience. And we will try to make it with video and something really special for the children. So this is one program. We have one other program, but it's not exactly the same spirit. It's called Totentanz. So it's about all about the death. And this original piece, I think, by Hugo Distler, so it's a piece from the beginning of the 20th century. It's linked with this Totentanz in Lübeck that was burnt during the war. And it's 14 short pieces for the choir with the flute. The flute will play the death and variations on Schnittertod, folk songs, and a narrator who is as well the death and who will invite everyone in the society in her dance. So it's not very happy program, but it's very powerful and with a very strong message, I think, about life and death. And so we built this program with Purcell, Queen Mary funeral, and then with Schnittertod arranged by Johannes Brahms. And at the end, this crazy motet by Max Reger, O Tod, wie bitter bist du. And it's like the summary of the program, because basically the message is for those who are rich, who have a lot in this life, it's difficult to just be to die. But for the poor people, for those who are struggling in life, for all people, it can be like a relief, and the rest for yes, in the death. So that's the meaning of this program. It can seem a little bit serious, but it's wonderful music. And then we will perform again the program we did last year, a polychoral program with works by Franck Martin, the Mass for double choir, Max Reger again with Vater Unser. It's a very long and difficult motet for 3 choirs, and Penderecki, Stabat Mater. So it's a way to explore what we can do with the choir when we divide it in 2 or 3 choirs. And we have as well this piece of Boholten in Nomine. It's for 20 voices and a solo quartet. And it's on Gregorian chant and like a big variation on this chant, and to make this ancient polyphony in resonance in the choir. So I think it's an experiment with the sound of the choir when we divide it. And then we will have the last program of the season, and I wanted something a little bit lighter and probably more cheerful for the end of the season. So we will perform Rossini's Mass, the Petite Messe Solennelle, because it's an occasion to listen to the choir in another style and to make them a little bit more free to sing with their own voices, and to hear the soloists from the choir as well. My problem is I really love a lot of different styles. So I really like ancient music. Bach for me is like a climax of the musical history, but Monteverdi as well. I really love ancient music and Renaissance music. So this is one thing. Then probably German music from the end of 19th century and beginning of 20th century. So Disler, Reger are typical. I really find this is really interesting and intelligent music. I hope to share a little bit of French music as well, because yes, it could be great to share it with the choir and with the audience. And we have with Poulenc, with Messiaen, with Daniel Le Sur, we have a great French composer in the middle of the 20th century, and now contemporary composers as well. And I have to explore Polish music. I will do it. I need time for this to be just in the right point with the choir on this music, and a lot of things, you know. And I really enjoyed in my career to prepare symphonic works as well. So I'm quite happy to have those big works, you know, with choir, Rossini, Stabat Mater, Verdi's Requiem, these kind of things. I think it's thrilling to do with the choir.